Right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about word out of Terence Crawford's camp about the Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford negotiations. And according to Bernie the Boxer, shout out to the great Bernie the Boxer, they ain't exactly happy about it. And let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to be again in the 147-pound division, talking about the negotiations for the Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford fight that are apparently ongoing, and word out of directly from a camp member of Errol Spence of Terence Crawford's that can be verified on YouTube for everybody that wants to know. uh they have something to say about that negotiation, and it points to a lot of what people were saying before. Now, before I get into that though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, thank you so much for checking the video out, checking the channel out. If you like the video and you like the type of boxing community that we have over here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter, thank you as always for checking out the video, chopping it up with me about boxing. You can talk to me directly if you want on DMs on Instagram or on Twitter. I'll also be in the comment section. We do live streams pretty much every day, so you can be in the comment section over there whenever you want to chop it up about the great sport of boxing. Because if you're watching this channel, more than likely you're a hardcore boxing fan. So let's get into this. Conversations keep going and going and going. And again, I tell everybody, look, man, this is a boxing channel where we talk about boxing, whatever is out there, whatever the main hot topics in boxing are, or on the live streams, we'll talk about more of the obscure but yet just as fun topics in boxing. And Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford really is the main focus of the boxing world right now. So we're going to cover the different aspects of it. And in this particular instance, Bernie the Boxer, who is in Terence Crawford's camp. You see him in the ring with Terence Crawford. You see him on different videos of Terence Crawford. He has been in Terence Crawford's camp for a very long time, lives in Omaha, Nebraska, is a guy that knows the sport of boxing very, very well, and is a true blue diehard Bud camp supporter, not just a supporter, camp member, just like Bomac, Red Spikes. I always forget the Latinos coach's name, but an absolutely fantastic team of people around Bud Crawford. So Bernie the Boxer talked about the negotiations, and what he said was, "Look, and I will summarize here. I'm not going to take his content though. For people that come into the comment section and ask me, why don't you just put what he says on the video? Because that is the content. That content is the property of Bernie the Boxer. So if you want to hear that, you have to go to Bernie the Boxer's channel. I suggest you subscribe to it, hit the bell icon, hit the notification bell, all that stuff for Bernie the Boxer. Whatever he uploads, very good information over there. What he says is, look, they're not treating Bud right, right? They're not treating Bud right. They're not giving Bud what the value of that fight. They're trying to have all of the benefits be in favor of Bud. What that means, I do not know, right? But he also said that as of right now, there's still no quote unquote contract. Now, as far as there not being a contract, that could, the way that I interpret that, when people say there is no contract, they're usually talking about there is no written document in front of you that you are able to sign, right? So there is no contract yet. However, that does not mean that they have not agreed on certain things, and they have not made advancements in the negotiation. Because what a contract is, when people refer to the written document, in most circumstances, what that is just a not just a, but it is a the documentation of the agreement, right? And however, Many contractual relationships you don't need a written contract for. There, it is just, it's what you call, it's a binding agreement, right? However, they obviously have not gotten past some very major issues. What could the major issues be? Major issues could be location, right? And money. I would suspect that the two biggest issues that would hold it up would be the money and the location. Now, why would I say the money? I say the money again for people that want to act like just because you make a YouTube video that you don't have any idea what's going on. It's not true. You can listen to what Steven Espinoza, the president of Showtime Sports, said, and that video is up for people to see. And what he said was that the only issue that he had in making the fight was the price of the fight and fighters wanting to get Floyd Mayweather Jr. money for the fight, and they were not going to pay that. You also have Tim Smith, who worked for the PBC. He was in an interview less than a year ago and said that he personally, he wasn't speaking on behalf of the PBC, but he personally would not even make Terence Crawford an offer for the fight because the offer was going to be embarrassing. Top Rank, Top Rank had not done the necessary job to build Terence Crawford into a pay-per-view star, and that was reflected in Terence Crawford's pay-per-view numbers and viewership. And because of that, and the amount of money that Terence Crawford is used to getting in guarantees, Terence Crawford was going to be insulted at what the offer is. Now, if you listen to what Bernie the Boxer is saying, and again, Bernie the Boxer's in that man's camp. Bernie the Boxer says, I talked to Bud. He says he talked to Bud, Terence Crawford, directly, right? So that is a source. I suspected, but Bernie the Boxer has a very good source for this. Sorry, I gotta ride. I gotta jam this in there, man, because some people just act like you just like people in their camp that speak about what's going on are not talking to people about what's going on. They are, right? So anyway, so Bernie the Boxer says, look, they're not trying to get at man. They're not trying to get at man what that man deserves. Now, I'm not going to be in this video telling you what Terence Crawford deserves and what he doesn't deserve. I'm telling you what the logic is behind the PBC and what the logic is behind Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford probably wants a large guarantee. That is how he's been paid in his fights for his entire career. He has had has a contract with Top Rank and with Top ESPN via Top Rank, and they paid him a certain amount of money. He was guaranteed a minimum amount of money for a fight. If Terence Crawford is not going to walk in the ring for less than $4 million. And no, that's what he's walking out with. He may very well not be the type of guy that likes to take risk and say, pay me on the back end. Be like, no, I don't trust that back end stuff. I know that this fight is valuable. I know this fight is big. I believe this fight is big. And what he may not want to get caught in is him saying, look, this fight is big. And them saying, oh, we don't know if it's that big. Take this. And then the fight winds up being really big. And then he's out of it. Right. And they turn around and look at him and say, oh, well, hey, sorry. Yeah, you were right. It was bigger than we thought it was. Here's your back end money. And he's like, no, man, I need my check right now. Right. Just some people operate like that. And it's not. And that is just whether or not how risk adverse somebody is. So, but as far as whether the fight is done or not, or close to done and all of this stuff, look, according to Bernie the Boxer, I can't speak on where all that stuff is. When I listened to Derek James sounded like, look, they're ready to go. Like, hey, man, we're right there. We're making we're looking like we're going to get this done. The tone of his voice says that, but not the tone of the voice of Bernie the Boxer. And Bernie said, hey, look, man, sometimes you may just have to wait on it. Just like, hey, it is what it is. If it has to go another year, it goes another year. But if it goes another year and the difference between me getting $1 million versus me getting $5 million, $6 million extra over the course of the year, maybe worth them holding out and pretty much saying, okay, man, we're going to make it wait until you guys feel comfortable enough to give me the money I deserve. But anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we'll get the fight, but just wanted to give you that update. And with that, let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'm out. Peace.